Creating visual assets for your community is really hard work. You may search around stock image libraries and let's be real, they're not great. Or you may end up using assets from Canva and just look like everybody else. Maybe you're lucky enough to have budget and you actually employ an artist who can help you create the images and templates that you need, but this can be really expensive and you may find that you're just using the same assets over and over again, or it's a real struggle to push that creativity element. Well, what if I were to tell you that artificial intelligence could actually help you out here? You could source better images to use as your community assets, or at least provide inspiration beyond what you could even imagine. And here's a bonus, you could also use these AI tools to engage your community, encouraging your own members to come up with amazing community assets whilst flexing their own creativity. They don't need to be artists themselves, they just need a healthy dose of imagination. The best part is it's not hard to get started and it's totally free. So let me show you how this AI tool works so that you can create your own images and assets for your community, or use this tool as a really fun way to engage your members. The AI tool is called Midjourney. Now, there are other AI tools out there that generate art. One of the other tools is called DALL-E, which is probably a bit more famous, but I must admit that Midjourney is so easy to get started and you can generate 25 free images. It's the tool that I've been using. It works great. So here's how you can get started. So you go to their website, midjourney.com, and first up, how cool is their website? It's actually really simple. You go ahead and click join the beta, and as soon as you do, you'll be taken to the Discord channel. Now, the Discord server actually hosts the AI tool Midjourney. So in terms of generating your own images, you're going to be using the Discord the entire time, and it's so easy once you get to know how to use this tool. So I recommend going to the Getting Started channel, and you can see there's instructions here. To use the tool and create your own images, you have to go to one of these newcomer rooms. You've got here newbies. There's a whole bunch of these channels. You can select any of these channels to get started. Once you go into the channel, you then type /imagine, and then you can type whatever you want. So for someone that's been stuck with either using stock images or you having to explain to an artist what you want, you can see why I'm so excited about this AI tool. After you type in whatever you want, you press enter and the bot will send you back 4 images in 1 minute. So for example, here in one of the newbie channels, you can see somebody has typed in their prompt, they've pressed enter, and what they've received back from the AI tool are these 4 separate images. It's really cool because you're seeing 4 different variations of what you've actually entered in, and from there you have several choices. You can either say, yes, I absolutely love image 1, which is awesome. It means the AI tool has come up with exactly what you want, and if that's the case, you would then select U1, which means that you want to upscale it. It means you want the best version of that image. It'll create like a high def version for you to then save. But say it's close, but you would just like a few variations on that image, then you would actually select the V1 prompt. And then the AI tool will give you some variations off that image for you to then go ahead and select. So you get 25 free images using this bot, which I think is amazing. It's like 25 free stock images, but it's super tailored to what you want. Now, the key to using this tool is understanding how to submit the right prompt to get what you want. And that's where Midjourney provides you with a ton of documentation to help you make sure that you understand all the different ways that you could prompt this AI tool and get the image that you're looking for. So in the documentation, there is a section under resource links, tips for text prompts. I highly recommend reading through this. It doesn't take long. It helps you understand all the different ways that you can enter a prompt in. For instance, it says specify what you want clearly, avoid monkeys doing business, and try 3 monkeys in business suits. So I want to show you how easy it was for me to generate some images. Now, I really dislike a lot of images in stock libraries around community, so I decided to experiment with the concepts of community, but in way more artistic forms. Now, I'm not gonna lie, it's probably gonna take you a few goes just to get the right type of look. When I typed in avatars full body, holding hands, I wanted kind of like a cool charcoal drawing. What the tool provided me with was literal drawings, one of them including like the drawing on a table, and that definitely wasn't what I was looking for. But I felt like I could be really creative, and I started to use my imagination to think of concepts of community that were a bit outside the box. So for example, I saw that you could actually include in your prompt an artist. So I had community Van Gogh style here, and you can see some of the ideas that have come through. I just think it's so cool. If you love art and you're passionate about art, but you're also passionate about a concept, whether that's community or something that your own community is passionate about, I can really see you being able to add keywords into the tool and seeing what Midjourney comes up with. The prompt for this photo was group of people at an event, laughing and talking, futuristic. And just a tip, Midjourney does default the image size to a square. So if you prefer a rectangle, then you want to add in AR3:2, and that will provide you with rectangular images. These are better for blog articles, websites, etc. Here's another fun concept of community. I had prompted Midjourney with groups of tiny people meeting on lily pads in the middle of a large pond with koi fish illustration style. And then I created a variation of this, and I really like this image. One of my all-time favorites though is this group of people sitting around a campfire, laughing, talking, drinking hot chocolate with starry sky, full moon illustration. And here is the final result. I love this concept of community. As you can see, it's far more interesting than a generic stock image. And I can use this. I could throw this in Canva and edit it. I could add some text here, join us for the next community event. Honestly, I could see 1,000 uses for graphics like this. And what's even more interesting is all of these images in the channels, you can actually use yourself, because in the Midjourney terms, it actually states that these images are for public use. You can see that in their rules here. Please note, Midjourney is an open community which allows others to use and remix your images and prompts whenever they are posted in a public setting. By default, your images are publicly viewable and remixable. Now, if you do want your images to be private, or you don't want people to use the images that you generate, then you have to go ahead and purchase a private plan. Personally, I recommend looking through the channels to take a look at what other people have generated, and it really helps you learn the prompts better. You'll be able to add to your own prompts, and you can generate better images as you keep learning. All right, so let's talk about how you could use Midjourney to engage with your community. So you could encourage your community members to sign up for Midjourney, show them how to use the tool. As you can see, it really isn't that tough to get started, and then ask them to go and create their own images. This would work really well in a community if you're encouraging your members to try new technology and learn new things. Once the community members have come up with their own images, you should encourage them to share it with your own community. You could have competitions, perhaps you set some parameters. The more you can intertwine the competition of them creating images that are super relevant to your community, the better your engagement should be. You could create competitions around this and have your community members vote on the best submission. Because it's so visual, I can really see community members getting into this, and all it takes is just a little bit of education up front to get them started. Now, if you're hoping that in this video you would learn how AI could take over your most boring, repetitive tasks as a community manager, then I highly recommend you check out my video about using the Burb platform, because it's like using Zapier, but specifically for community managers. It helps community managers automate those repetitive tasks and empowers you to spend time on tasks that you actually want to spend time on. If you've created some awesome assets using Midjourney, then please let me know. Share them. I'm on Twitter. You can DM me. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.